the roses, but never yours. I lived a dream, now I'm in the dark. Oh, 'cause you ran away and took my life, and so ripped me to pieces.
What's going on? How's it going, Happy Kill? Ooh, we are so back. What's up, Wario? We are back. We're freaking rocking. Let me know if the music is too loud or quiet. I can adjust it. We're back, baby. Letting go. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba-ba. Heck yeah, Happy. On my grind. On the grind. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba. How's it going, Batty? I missed all of you guys. It's been a long time. What is Poggin' my doggin'? KBC? KBC in the house? What is Poggin'? We're finally back. I can post stuff again. Let's go. Took a bit of a hiatus. I'll give it another minute before I kind of go all into it, as people are still kind of trickling in. But I haven't been able to post anything recently. But I can again, which is why I'm here. Letting yeah. Won't be any spoilers this stream, which is good. So nobody has to worry about that. Yeah, I'm going to be posting on the channel again soon. Episode 3 is almost done. Good stuff on my left, good stuff on my right. How's it going, Ox? Here after like 20, then I gotta venture into the horrible outdoors. Dude, it is nasty out there. It's crazy how gross it is. Not a fan. It is disgusting. But yeah. I haven't been streaming or posting pretty much anywhere in the past little while. I won't name any names because things didn't really work out. But I recently had a production label interested in purchasing both Skifters and my future projects. And as a result, I stopped posting. This is the start of the animation. This is the end of the third episode. yeah, I've been negotiating with people interested in buying the show, and comboing something up to work on future shows as well. That's cool. It was really interesting. It was nice having people be interested in my work, thinking that it holds value. So that was cool, but I stopped posting because things were kind of like uncertain. Like, if we work together, I'm gonna have to like stop posting things so that that company can handle the publicity of stuff. That's alright, Happy. Yeah. And the reason that I'm here is because I decided that that was not the correct direction to take my work. The people that I was conversating with and that were interested in the work were not super restrictive in terms of like what I would and would not be allowed to do. I was pretty... I was holding on to my creative freedom a good amount, and I think it was just a misstep. I don't like, no matter who you work with, there will always be creative restrictions in some capacity. So like, as we conversated, it was like, it kind of became very like, yeah, like you can have all the creative freedoms, but like you can have all the creative freedoms except for like that kind of thing. And I think that they were just like being realistic, and that's totally fine. At a certain price point, I feel like I might be able to get around all of those creative restrictions. But this was not that. So I kind of started to feel like as we got closer and closer towards the end of the pipeline of figuring that stuff out, I kind of felt the check of like, I could see myself not enjoying this, you know, like the money's not really worth it. I could see my work taking a hit, and that hitting me emotionally. So I decided to go my own way and not sign anything or move on with that company. So there's no hard feelings there. Like I said, I don't want to mention who, because I don't want people to be like, ooh, whatever. Because they were genuinely interested and it was all good vibes. And then I kind of just like took a second and looked at my life. How's it going, Drew? I kind of like took my you can have a Cheerio ad in there, exactly. Yeah, it's not like that. It wasn't like that, but it was like, oh, we want to be able to submit your stuff to like a festival. So like it has to be, it has to be this length, or it has to be whatever, or it has to yada yada. And like, I understand that those are realistic constraints that the industry has. So I will probably, in theory, be less successful, like numbers wise, by continuing to do it the way that I'm doing it, like relying on YouTube and word of mouth to spread my stuff around. It's not a great way to do it. I know that. But I think that'll make me happier. I decided that I think that it would pull some of the joy away from it. And I'd rather hate the fact that I can't animate as much as I want to than hate what I'm animating. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should submit to festivals, sure. I've always had the option to submit to festivals, and I never have, because festivals have restrictions. Festivals have deadlines. Festivals have timeline requirements. I can't use any of the music that I want to use. Festivals come with restrictions in their own way. So yeah, sure. Like I should. I know I should. But it's more just like I don't want to have to worry about any of the chaff, you know? I just want to make my stuff. And if that means that I make a little less, or I can't animate as much as I'd like to, then so be it. You know? That being said, it's as good a time as ever to hop on the Patreon. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully continue to enjoy my stuff. Because it was like immediately like I have ideas for my next project. Like I know what I want to make after I make Skifters, and immediately like we hadn't even signed anything, and I was already like, oh, like my next project's like I'm gonna have to do this and this and this. Like I'm gonna have to do all this stuff. It's like changing the way that I think about my work, and it's just like it's just bad. It was just like bad energy, not coming from the people that I was working with, but bad energy in terms of like I could see what this was doing to my psyche towards my work before even doing it, you know? So I told them, I was like, you know, like after some deliberation, I just don't think it's a good fit. And that's less about them and more about like more about how I was feeling about it, you know? When's the Waffle Makers? Exactly. That's a sponsorship I'd take. Yeah, so if I use music that is presumably copywritten, but I don't. But I pay basically like a service fee to have my stuff cleared. I'm basically paying for like a license. I'm paying like it's like a subscription service that I pay. So the music we're listening to right now is produced by a record label called Monster Cat, and there's lots of record labels that do this kind of thing. I'm basically paying to be allowed to use their library for both like streaming and my work. It basically like clears my channel. It basically clears my channel for using the music. Because while I could just like make a music to any song that I wanted, while I could just make an animation to any song that I wanted, the people that made the song, if it's copywritten, will have the right to either take all of the money that the show makes, which can be problematic, or remove my video completely if they think it harms their brand at all. They can just like delete my stuff. So you do have to be careful with what you use. But I use Monster Cat's Gold subscription, which lets me do my thing. So yeah, so I'm back. It's been a while since I've been around, so I haven't been able to update many people, but I'm gonna be able to do that again. Episode 3 is almost done, which is really exciting. I'm gonna make a little video talking about where I've been and what's up. I'll put a date in that video for when the premiere will be, the public premiere. The video's going to go early on Patreon, just like always. But then there'll be a public premiere, which is always a lot of fun. The energy is really cool. And I love seeing people's live reactions to these episodes. So when that date drops on the channel, mark your calendars. I don't know when it'll be, but I really want to see what you guys think. See what you guys think live. Yeah, if you get too many copyright strikes, then you just get toasted. Yeah, there's so many bangers on the Monster Cat label. I've been listening to Monster Cat for a long time. They're also not the only label that does that. Like I said, there's lots of services that you can get that'll do a similar thing. But Monster Cat, I've been listening to Monster Cat since I was like a teenager. So not only are there like new bangers, but there's also like some classic stuff from like my childhood, which has been really cool to explore. Didn't release anything to remember. Yeah, I've been talking with these people for a long time, which is why I just kind of like randomly disappeared. Plus the episode is not done. So I'm going to start posting on Patreon again. I'm going to post some updates to Patreon very soon. And I'm going to post the third episode. I would have had to, if I took this deal, I would have had to like bank my episodes. And they would have gotten posted like at a totally different time when like the labels or the production companies like cleared them. Not cleared them, but like marketed them and stuff and found out where they're gonna live. So yeah. Good to be back. It sounds like a bad thing because, you know, we had a deal going that I didn't take. But now that I've committed to not taking it, I just feel way more free. I feel like I can do whatever I want. And I always could do whatever I want, but maybe I didn't appreciate the freedom that I have currently enough. But now that I'm free to do what I want again and post when and what I want, I feel like that is just like I took it for granted, you know? It's like, oh my goodness, like oh, hi to baby. My cat's here. Yeah, just the fact that like I can do whatever is just like, I think I took it for granted. You guys will say hi to my cat? Get your tail out of the way. They want to say hi. That was actually good. She usually looks down. She's looking up. Look up. we got a little look out of her. We did what we could. Hey, the baby. Come here. Nobody can see you. Every magazine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yes, Animation Jam. I really want to do Animation Jam. We're going to do it. Yes, yes, yes. I've been busy and crazy. Either when episode 3 drops or when the show is done. Probably when the show is done. When Skifters is done, I have a baby on the way. I don't want to rush, so I'm not setting this as a deadline, but I would love to... I would love to get Skifters done before the baby comes. That would be epic. As the timeline's going right now, the baby's gonna come, and I'll have like 2 minutes of animation left on the show. So I really want to get that done. I'm in the grind zone. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying it as a deadline because I don't want to rush because the finale is going to need a lot of work. But I have 3 months. Episode 3 is pretty much done. I literally have, the timeline is 15 to 40. I have, it's going to be, episode 3 will be done this week. Like, I'm expecting it to be done on Friday. So it'll probably come out publicly. I'm going to guess it's going to come out publicly like either the weekend of the 20th or the 27th. So then I'm going to have 3 months before the baby comes to make the finale. If I can get that done, That would be epic. Because I'm going to have like a month left of work, but I'm going to have a newborn. So I'm going to be like busy, and the finale is just going to take longer just because I'm going to be busy with the baby. So if I could get that done, that would be sick. It's not my deadline, but it is my goal. So I probably won't do the jam until Skifters is done, because right now I'm in the grind zone. But yes, it is going to happen, because I think that would be really fun. And it would be really good for, like, I'm recording this. I don't know how that happened. I think that it would be good for some people who I've noticed they're just struggling to feel like they have the means to animate, and you so do. Sorry, English is not my first language. You're chilling. Heck yeah, Oxy. You know what's up. Baby, let's go. That is not the cat from Alice in Wonderland. That would be pretty gangster, though. Thanks, Wario. Yeah, I'm not stressing. It's a healthy pressure. It's just causing me to do less things, like playing video games and having fun, or like, you know, like not like doing stuff that's not working, and doing things that are like the animation jam. The animation jam is gonna like knock me out for a weekend. I'm gonna be busy with working, and then I'm gonna be like staying up all night. Well, not all night. I'm probably gonna sleep during the jam, but like, you know what I mean. Like, I'm gonna lose work time, so I'm focusing on work time. How's it going, Game Bugs? Xmas release. That would be kind of fun. I don't know if people would watch. I didn't even think about that. If we can't put it out this time, we probably won't put it out on the 26th. I don't know what I was thinking. We'll probably put it out on the 20th if it's done, and if it's not, then we might save it to like the 9th or the 10th. It'll be on Patreon for all that time. So if any of you are on Patreon, you'll see it then. If you're on Patreon, you're probably going to see it on this Saturday, the 13th. Maybe Sunday. I work Sunday. Maybe Monday. Maybe Monday on Patreon. Definitely by Monday on Patreon. And then publicly on the 20th. Is that a bad idea? Should I save it for when the Christmas season's over? Publicly? Because I really want people to come to the premiere. People are going to be like doing holidays and stuff. You know? That is like the money for me. I say the money. I'm not making any money on the premiere. That is like the best part for me of the whole process, is seeing the live reaction of people being like, "Wow, this is crazy." Like, you know, that's an authentic. It feels like a live show. Like, it feels like I'm sitting in front of a crowd watching everyone's reactions. I really like the premiere, and I want people to come to the premiere. So maybe we'll put it on Patreon next week, and then we'll do a public release like on January 10th, and everyone will be back around. You know what I mean? Just another addiction advertisement. Everyone's gonna be home for the holidays. You think so? Yeah, like everyone's gonna be home. Everyone's gonna be home showing their family Skifters. Mom, the new drop. That's pretty funny. I don't know. I don't know if that's a bad idea. Like if I were like home for the holidays, whatever, and it's like the 20th, I'm not doing that. But if I was, I would be like, I'm gonna miss the premiere. It's fine. Like, I'll watch it another time, because, you know, I'm with my family. Yeah, maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots left. Today, I'm probably going to get done this one, and this one. And then this one, and this one will be tomorrow. And then Friday, I'm trying to get this done. And then I have like some voice acting and stuff and some more sound design to do. So probably on Patreon early next week. And then we'll do public release on the 10th. That's going to suck waiting a whole month with it banked. That'll make me sad. I don't know. Later, Happy. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, maybe I will. Maybe we'll do it on the 20th. Definitely not doing it on the 27th. Or maybe we do. I don't know, man. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. It's Skifters. Is that a Christmas vibe? Probably. Probably not. Probably not a Christmas vibe. Merry Christmas. Let's pass the great skift. But once this episode is done, episode 4 is the finale, and Skifters will be done. Yippee! Episode 4 should be fun. There's some pretty fun stuff going on in there, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So let's render this out and then add add the lines from the previous shot, and if they don't work, then we'll make more. I've never had shawarma, but I like tacos. I had tacos 2 days ago. But no, I've never rocked with shawarma. Dude, Torque versus Santa. Who would win? How's it going, Roy? Yeah, I can't really say. Something weird's going on. Well, I'll tell you that. But what exactly, we'll have to find out when episode 3 drops. Very soon. Very, very soon. Yeah, I figured there's a lot going on before we get to this point. It's technically streaming the end of the episode, which, you know, I don't think it's... The thing is, like, I don't think it's spoilery because it's like, what the heck is going on? You guys, you can't even tell. So, I mean, if you don't want any possible spoilers in the universe, I mean, you clicked on the stream, you knew what you were doing. But yeah, things are getting weird, bro. In a fun way. I hope it's a fun way. I really hope that people like this episode. It's just a little different from what we've been doing so far. So I hope that people vibe with the fact that it's a little different. And they don't think that it sucks. That would be so good. We should be able to drive out of a black hole in the series. There are no black holes in the series coming up. We do have some pretty gangster spectacle, though. I'll tell you that much. That's that. That's that. I want this. Boop, 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 boop. Oh my gosh. Stop misclicking. You nerd. Boop, 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 boop. All around me. When I'm drowning. Oh crap, it's not long enough. Okay, we're gonna have to make more. It's fine. No, you make the voices of your characters? I voice them myself. Good luck in the storm, KBC. Godspeed. Dude, I don't know if you guys have snow where you are, but where me and KBC are, it is snowy as all frick. Like a crazy snowstorm right now. I mean, it's not that bad. Like, it's not like dangerous, but it's like it's sucky outside. It's just like so snowy and gross, and I'm not about it. I'm not about it, yo. Okay, there's number 1, which we'll render out first. But yeah, I do the voices of the of Flip, Max, and Idris. And my wife voices Damper and Torque and April. So yeah. What's your favorite Christmas song? I really like Bing Cosby's Christmas music. He does a lot of like classic stuff. I'm pretty up on anything. I know it's not Christmas music, but I really like the Sound of Music soundtrack. Sound of Music is a Christmas tradition for my family. We always watch Sound of Music. Really good movie. What the heck? Sky One. Should be this one. Sound of Music is a classic. So I like all that music a lot more than Christmas music, even though it's not really Christmas music. I like me some Sound of Music. The hills are alive, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's render that out. So now we'll have our 2 different layers. One for the back and one for the front. Welcome back, pen pal. Especially just for looks, the double barrels is shockingly most widespread range of one buses and houses. Yeah, I mean they're basically there for looks. They're devices of, you know, they're plot devices in a way. Pen pal, welcome back. What did you miss? I had a little announcement to make today that a production company was interested in purchasing both Skifters and my future projects, which was an exciting endeavor, and that's kind of been why I've been gone for so long, because I wasn't sure what I could post in the event I struck a deal. They made me an offer, and I kind of got cold feet at the last second. I decided that I wanted to make my work as pure as possible, and not make any like compromises as far as like the aesthetic or like creative decisions that I wanted to make, which obviously would appear if you collaborate with a company like that. So I decided to not go through with it and instead continue to work independently, which in theory is going to cost me in a way, because I could have had some potential like streaming deals or whatever happened with the shows. How's it going, Chris? Welcome back. So I decided to decline, which was a hard decision to come to. It wasn't really necessarily so much not a match. It wasn't that it was a bad fit with the company. It was more that it was a bad fit with my emotional side of wanting to make my work the way that I want to make it. So that was my news today, that I have been dealing with that and ended up declining. So here we are. I'm back. Episode 3 is almost done. I really have to pee. I'm going to do that. I'm going to open... No, I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to save it as the next one. It's 87. And then I'm going to run another washroom. What else was I going to say? Go down, never gonna go down. Frick, there's something else I was gonna say. Oh, that was what I was gonna say. Support me on Patreon. My Patreon's on the screen. That I've decided not to go through with any form of deal in that capacity. If I'm not going to write that off forever. Like one day if something comes around, like I might collaborate with someone. But for now, it's not really the right fit for this timing in my life. So I've decided to do my own thing. So if you want to support myself and the cartoons, please consider supporting me on Patreon. You can see it on the screen. I'm doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on being funded by the people. So, if you want to help my cartoons exist, consider supporting me on Patreon. It's like a couple dollars. And you'll get to watch episode 3 this weekend. You'll get to watch episode 3, not this weekend. You'll get to watch episode 3 like early next week. And you won't have to wait. Okay, now I really have to pee. I'll be right back.
Towards the peace in the hearts. If it rains down all on us, drown out the noise, and I'll trust the mirror, mirror on the wall. Is it fair to watch me fall, broken up in pieces? Can you see me bleeding? Mirror, mirror, tell me please, if these broken memories are enough to break free. Will it fix us slowly?
I am back. What's your question, Chris? The Patreon is one happy. It's true. There's already a good amount of people on the Patreon already, which has been absolutely awesome. But I currently work a full-time job. I've talked about this before. I currently work a full-time job. I would love to one day quit that job and work on cartoons forever, but I can't afford to. So I have to work my regular job in addition to my animation job. Boo! Everybody boo! So, yeah. I gotta do that. So if you want to see me not do that, animate more, stream more, produce more, then consider it if you can afford it. And if you can't, that's absolutely fine, because I'm going to be here making cartoons anyway. I'll trust a mirror, mirror on the wall. Better watch me fall. Mirror, mirror, tell me please if these broken memories will fix us slowly. Okay. We're gonna unlock. We're gonna delete a bunch of these freaking trees that we don't need. How do I do FK and IK arms and legs? This is something you usually struggle with rigging. I'm gonna head out, y'all. See you later, Wario. Here's a plugin for it. Are you using Maya? Chris, I believe you are. If you are using Maya and I remember correctly, then I can help you. If you're not, then I have no freaking idea. Which is obviously not helpful. But do what I can. Let's do some little something here. We're gonna take everything except the Arashi and April. And we're gonna delete them in Maya. Oh, my back. Okay, if you're using Maya, I will show you. Quick little crash course. This is gonna make, if you've been rigging yourself, this is gonna make your life a lot easier. I'm gonna give you some really poor practice, and show you what I do, and hopefully you find it helpful. If you don't, then I'm setting you up for failure. Apologies for that. Delete. And then we're gonna take this. When I say poor practice, I'll show you what I mean in a sec. This is done. Let's optimize. Save. And now I'm going to open. Or I'm going to create a new scene just to go through a quick little crash course. It's going to take me like 2 minutes. This is how I do it. Now, I'll explain why this is bad practice in a sec, and you can decide whether or not this is the way you should do it. So I have a blank scene in Maya, right? In theory, I would create my character. You know, they'd have a torso. They'd have hips. They'd have a head. They would have 2 arms. And they would have 2 legs. Those are the basic fundamentals of, you know, my characters. Let's assume this is a finished model. Let's assume this is a finished model. You can do a couple things here. You can start creating skeleton joints, which is how I assume how you've done it. So you go to the rigging menu, and then you create joints. Boop, boop. You know, like this. This is backwards, but you know, hips, leg, knee, foot, and then you know, connect them. You go into like you create your IK. I don't even know where they are. Okay, there they are. IK handles and IK joints and stuff. I don't do any of this crap. I don't rig by hand. I don't do any of this. I have not installed any plugins. Okay? I don't do it this way. But that's how you could do it. So if I delete that and I just have my character, I haven't done any rigging. I don't do it like that. I keep saving automatically, but I don't want to save. And now, instead of doing that, I click Windows. It's built into my workspace, so I don't actually know where you get it. Where do you get it? I will find it. Skeleton. Okay. If you go skeleton, right? Skeleton, human IK. This is going to open up this window, which you've probably seen before if you've seen me work. This is a built-in rig engine in Maya, okay? It's going to look like this because I have nothing in my scene. It gives me all these options to create stuff. I'm going to create a skeleton. That's going to put the skeleton in my scene automatically. And it has some restrictions. It's not perfect. It has a clavicle bone. It has a neck bone. It has no face joints. It has 5 fingers. You can give it toes if you want. It's a little too big, so I can either scale my rig up or I can take this character scale button, which is how I usually do it. Is I take my character scale button and I go down to like looks like 0.2 maybe. Okay, still way too big. We can go 0.2 again. I'm just gonna keep shrinking it till I get it close to my model. My model's a little up in the air because, you know, I haven't done this right. It's pretty crude. Okay, but it'll be like that. Boom. Now I have my character and I have my rig, or I have my bones. I don't have a rig. I have my bones. Click this button so I can see them. Okay. So now there's a bunch of options in this thing. I can add spine joints. I usually leave it at 3. I can add neck joints. I usually leave it at 1. I can remove or add more clavicle bones. I usually leave it at 1. So all this is default for me. Roll bones I do use, but we'll get to that in a sec. Then we have finger bones. You can remove some of these fingers. So like Flip only has 4 fingers, so I would remove the pinky. Boop. And, you know, add fingers, whatever you want to do. I usually leave my number bones at 3. I usually leave it very default. Toe bones, if your character has toes and you want to rig them, you can do that. I don't put toes on my characters, so I leave all that blank. And I don't use hips translation. So all this is done, right? Now I have my rig. Typically I don't have it here because this character is really crude, but typically I'd have like an elbow, I'd have an elbow topology and wrist topology. But my joints now don't match up with where they're supposed to be, as you can see. So I can take these and I can move them. If you hold D, you can move them without moving the other ones. So I move them into the correct spots, move my elbow here. So my model's staying the same. I'm just moving my bones into the correct spot. Looks like my neck is a little taller, my head's a little shorter, and looks like my legs have to move like this. You can do all these movements and stuff. You always want your rig to be symmetrical if your character is symmetrical. So there's a button here to mirror your joints from one side to the other. So it's all automatic. Okay. So now I can take my character and I can bind it to the skin. I'm gonna just hide my character because that's not helpful because my character is not really done properly. Okay. So now I have my rig. I won't hide my character, but I'm not gonna bind it. In theory, it should be moving with the skeleton. So now in my human IK window, I have been in the skeleton tab this whole time. I can now go to the definition tab. I should have done this earlier. I don't ever touch this. This definition tab, if you get this green check mark, you're good. If things are weird, like your wrist is too low, you're going to get these errors, and it's going to tell you what the problem is. It's going to say, the left arm doesn't seem to be parallel to the hand, or to the shoulder or whatever. Like, this should be parallel. If it doesn't work with your, you can see where like these error messages are going away. If it is yellow, it might give you problems with how the rig runs. So try to keep it in the constraints of, you know, how human IK works, if you want to use human IK. So this is definition tab's done. That's all I do there is to check that everything's good. Then I go to controls. So like you know, this is to answer your question. You're asking about IK handles. There's no IK handles here. I can just bend these bones manually. Instead of adding my own IK handles, I'm going to click on character to make sure that I'm selected onto the correct character, which is character 1. Then I click on source, and I'm going to click control rig. When I click this button, it's going to automatically make a rig and plug in IK handles automatically, and I won't have to do any rigging. Boom, my rig is done. These yellow joints exist. You can show your old classic joints with these little toggles here. Sometimes I bust out my classic joints if I need them for weight painting or whatever. But I typically hide the yellow joints and the regular joints, and I'm left with all these controllers. And you've definitely seen these if you've watched me work, because all my characters use Human IK. So now, if I take this wrist, I'll show the joints just to show what's going on, because my rig isn't bound. If I move this hand now, this hand controller, and not my joint, it has IK handles built in. Look at that. Everything's working properly. If I pull them, you can see they're like... I'm going to get rid of you now. If I pull it, you can see they're like bending their knees properly with the weight. If I get them to crouch, then they're like bending on their knees. All this is automatic. I didn't even open the rigging or skeleton tab. We've just been doing everything in Human IK, and it's freaking done. Booyah, 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 booyah. So that's how I do it. So the legs are pinned right now. You can like unpin them. So I can like move my legs around, but then I can unpin it so that like only this leg is pinned now, so that the other leg will move. You can pin any joint. So I can pin the head so that my body's moving when the head is pinned. I can like, if I move my clavicle up and down, the arm's moving, but I can pin the rotate, so the rotational value doesn't move, and I just can shrug my shoulders. It's really powerful. It's a really good tool, and like my human rig is done, dude. It took us 2 seconds. Like, this seems really like primal and like kind of like crazy for how like it took 2 seconds. It can't be that complicated. If you've tried rigging before, you know, like obviously Chris does, that this crap takes a long freaking time to get it working properly. And dude, I'm walking my character right now. We've been doing this for 5 seconds. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is what I use. Now, obviously you have to weight paint it. You'd bind the skeleton to your rig just like you normally would, and you'd weight paint it the same way as always. Where I said this is bad practice is I'm not learning any rigging skills by doing this, which means when the time comes to, if I want to rig something that's not a human and I want to rig like a dog or a fish or something, I can't do it with these tips. I can only create humanoid things. I get around it pretty well by making my character models pretty dynamic, despite the fact that I can't make the non-humanoid stuff. But that's how I do it. Hopefully that was helpful. I know it's not the most interesting thing for people that aren't in Maya, because it's whatever. But like, boom, I just opened up this scene with April, and you can see all the exact same controllers, right? Her rig was made that exact same way. The tools are already in Maya to do it. If you don't have Maya, there will certainly be certain similar plugins in like Blender and stuff for like automatic things. But that's how I do it. Hopefully that was helpful in some capacity. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I should put this over here while I'm scrubbing through. Fix what is broken. Find your way back to me. Find your way back to me. Fix what is broken. What shot number is this? 119. Whoop. Why is she blue? We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see when the episode comes out. Let's freaking go. I did some cheeky strategies to get my characters painted a single color, which is why April is blue. Contextually, in the episode, why that happens, I'll let play out when the episode plays out. But it was an intentional decision. I wanted to. I'll give you an example with my previous work. Oh, please don't be loud. Oh, it didn't go. Let's go. Okay. When I made my characters, this is episode 2. When I made Torque, perfect. I thought that she was really interesting. She's orange and blue and red and all these colors going on. She's got her pink bag. She's got the green like dinosaur head and stuff. I had a lot of fun making her, which was awesome. Same thing with Flip. He's got the purple. He's got the blue. He's got the whatever. When I made Damper, who I need to find an individual shot of. When I made Damper, she was just pink. That's the only color that I felt like I had left. And I felt that she was boring. By herself, she's just pink. Like, there's nothing really going on. I found that her character design, I thought I missed the mark on her. But then I find a really good example. Then I found that when everyone is in the shot, Damper steals the show. Because she's pink and one color, she pops so well that like it's like boom, there's Damper. Like, I think that she is the strongest when she's on screen with everybody else, because when they're all on screen together, like they kind of like lose that sense of like presence, you know. April's a good example of doing it well as well, because she's just purple. Like the green bike and the purple April, they look really good together. When they're separated, this is just kind of boring. But when they're alone on screen, or when they're like on screen with other people, which for the most part they are, they're just the strongest characters, despite the fact that, you know, I felt like it was a boring character while I was making it. So I decided I wanted to create a scene that would have the characters get painted like as little color as possible. So April's like just blue. I wanted to see if that would be something that I was into. And it was successful learning. I think that I don't like it as much as I thought I would. I think that it was a successful test. I do like it, but I think it's just like in April's current state, it's just a little too much, a little too blue. Like, I would love for her to just have like a splash of something. Some characters look better with this effect going on than others. But it was just kind of like a little test I wanted to run, just to see how I felt. And I learned a lot. We love that. Yeah, color theory, exactly. Exactly. Daddy, hate you. I love you. I hate that I love you about you. Delete that. Copy that. Paste it. Copy that. Paste it. Should put her here. Tremendous. Now I want to duplicate and remove that. Hide you. Sorry. Hide you. And remove this. Boom. Boom. Booyaka booyaka. Oh, I like the regular colored April. So nice. Color head. Oh no. Control C. Secret cousin May. I like that. Color head. There we go. There will be no more new characters in Skifters. In fact, I'm actually starting to theory craft what I want my next project to be. And I don't really know what that is. I've constantly been orbiting around a bunch of different ideas. And I don't know for sure what I want to do yet. Faces. You can describe your show with one word. One word. Like I want to say rad, because that's like really all I'm shooting for. But I feel like that's just not super enlightening. So one thematic word. Right now, I would say prison. In a thematic sense. Like, I would consider Skifters to be like speed. That's not really helpful as much as like rad is. So like if I were to describe Skifters in one word that was like helpful, like kind of like a tease, I'd be like cars or frisbee golf. You know? Prison would be the word that I would use in that sense for the new show. That's if I do what I want. If I do what I'm thinking for the new show. Subject to change. But if I did what I think that I'm gonna do, I would say prison. I see faces, mommy and voices. We'll see. Time will tell.
Through all of this, you told me that you loved me so much. But now we're here, and I can barely breathe. Inside my head, I pulled apart all the pieces to only see I've always wanted you. So let's take this time to feel it all, no lies. 'Cause if we don't, the fight will eat the love alive. Stuck inside
Eat the lava alive. Gosh, I hope not. Hope I'm still making stuff in 20 years. Give it 60 years. And I will salute thee. Eat the lava alive.
Stuck in self-destruct, and we can't wake up. Don't wanna give it away. Can't make me give it away. Don't eat the lava alive. Don't eat the lava alive. Don't eat the lava alive. Don't eat the lava
Eat the lava alive. Ba ba bum. Ba ba bum. Ba ba. Oh. How to animate fighting game animation for certain frames. That is such a complicated world. Like the whole like it's so complicated. Like at least it's terrifying for me. Like I tried making games before, and it's like you don't really animate like frame wise because like the game can have different frame rates. So it's like you have to like what you animate has to like work in every possible frame rate, and that is just like what the frick, you know? Not for me, yo. Yeah, like someone's like, I want to turn my game up to 120 FPS. If your character can't animate in 60 at that, like that just doesn't work. Weird stuff. Not gonna lie. This needs to be a ramp.
We search for a way back home. They gotta find a way, gotta find a way back home.
And this needs to be blue. Yeah, that is a wacky world. I feel for you.
Did we take it too far to say that we could not pretend now? Was it never enough to have just everything you want? In your shadow I found a place to hide me from my own thoughts. And if I ever got lost, you find a way to bring me home.
Want something I can hold. That's where we go. Heck yeah. I haven't been in school in a long time, but don't miss assignments and exams and stuff. Not my favorite thing in the world, to say the least. Want something I can hold. Okay.
hollow hearts. I'm tired of fixing scars that don't belong to me. You're all I need. I don't wanna fight, I don't wanna fall. Standing on the edge of the end of it all. Tether me to reality. I feel it in my body. It's you. When the world is falling apart, I only need you. For you, I'll be waiting.
All right.
I don't wanna fight, I don't wanna fall. Standing on the edge of the end of it all. Tether me to reality. I feel it in my body. It's you. When the world is falling apart, I only need you. I'll be waiting.
Biggest shape of all time? Circle. Circle supremacy. Triangles are cool too. But I am circle gang. Square's pretty good. Square is close to circle level. I like symmetrical. So triangle, I mentioned triangle, it's like an honorable mention. Because triangle's pretty gangster, because it's sharp. But otherwise, I am symmetrical gang. So square's pretty good. Rectangle's kind of mid. Square circle, probably the top tier. Torque? Here. Now. Everything. This is your moment. Here. Now.
It's everything you've been dreaming about.
This is your moment. Hi, cat. Meow. Big whiner. Whining and complaining. Goodbye. Here. Ba 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 ba. Now. Ba 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 ba. How's it going, Mystic? What's poppin'? That bed has a project coming. It's coming good. I had some news to share today, which I've shared a few times now on stream, but I'll give it the once more. I've recently been communicating with a production company who made me an offer to purchase both Skifters and my future work. I decided to decline. It wasn't necessarily anything that they were doing. It was more, I kind of got an icky feeling towards the end and got cold feet, where I didn't really like the potential restriction that was going to come with working with a brand like that. Basically, they were looking to just like produce my work. Cool opportunity. In theory, I think it just naturally is going to come with strings attached. Creative restrictions, minor creative restrictions, some stuff like that. That just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. I'd rather just like make it on my own dime and get to control everything in that sense. So for the time being, it's a no for now. So I haven't been posting or streaming or anything because that's been going on for a month or so. And I didn't want to, I wouldn't be able to post stuff if I was like, you know, gonna need like brand exclusivity for like streaming deals and stuff. So until that was figured out, I couldn't post anything. But now I'm back because I've decided that I'm going to go a different direction. So here we are. 5.4. Gonna render that out. And render the washroom. I'll be right back. Go with your feelings. Yeah, they would own and tone things down a lot. It won't be exactly. Yeah, it was a cool experience. It was really cool having people be interested in my work because, you know, that's the first like official offer I've ever had. I've talked with other people about my work, but the prospect of getting my stuff sold and getting funded and working on it, like, that was cool. Like, don't get me wrong. And it wasn't the company's fault. I just did some thinking about it, did some research, and I found that that's just like not what I want. And that's okay. So yeah, we're going a different direction. And that direction is Patreon doubling down on being funded by the people, because I think that is going to be the most fun. It's going to probably result in me losing a bit of viewership and potential revenue, but I think it's going to make me the most happy. So yeah, I'm going to start this next render, and then I got to go to the washroom. Drinking too much water. Passing these agua checks, though. Okay, that was stars. I now want the white sky. And I want to move that. And make this a ramp instead. Yes. Okay, let's do that. And I got some small news as well. Decided to get Moho to animate with. I'm not good at 2D traditional ways, and 3D animation will so long creative. So puppet animation is my best. Whoa. Moho. What the heck is Moho? Moho animation. Interesting. So it's like 2D rigging. Cool. Once again, I haven't gone pee because I keep getting these renders done, getting caught up. So I'm clicking this one, and then I'm freaking going to the bathroom, and then I would love to hear about Moho because I've never heard about it. Clouds. Move this one over. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back. The new Game Changer program, yeah, it's so good. Is it new? Like, is the software new? It's pretty gangster. That's pretty gangster. I feel do physics win collisions? Collisions is crazy. Weight behavior as well as 3D camera view to build a 3D world. Like, whoa. Interesting. I've never heard of that. That's really cool. That sounds like super robust. Gotcha. That's cool. That's cool. Cool guy stuff. Yeah, I feel like for the style that I like to make, I don't like what do you call it? I do not like, what am I trying to say? Line art. I don't like line art. So I think as someone who doesn't like line art, 2D animation, if I could go back in time and start over, 2D animation would have made more sense for my taste. But I didn't want to waste time learning how to draw. I wanted to just go. So I obviously did 3D animation. But if I could go back in time, I think 2D would be like obviously the better tool for acquiring the type of look that I like. So I wish you well in your 2D endeavors. Very easy to use, also has buttons and smartphones. Nice. Yeah. Well, I mean, that comes with the territory of animation. But I'm glad you found a software that, like, it's a great feeling when you're like, I'm in the right spot. Like, this software, like, makes the pipeline enjoyable, gets the projects that I have in mind possible. So yeah, that's dope. Love that. It's a good feeling. Holy crap, so many layers. This shot is going to be complicated. With that, with this, and this yet to go. Instead of feeling. Heck yeah. Love that. I forget, what were you... I can picture your stuff, but I can't... I don't remember what you were using before Moho. It's called Moho? Moho, yeah. They have two versions, the basic version of the tool. Illustrator and Flash Photo season. Gotcha. Okay. So then that's a probably, yeah, really good, like, step in the correct direction. It's probably going to have a... There's certainly going to be a learning process of, like, switching your skills over. You're going to be like, I could have just... Why doesn't it have this tool? I could have just done this, blah, blah, blah. That's, like... That part is, like, the biggest thing that would keep me out of switching from Maya. It's just, like, having to relearn stuff. But once you, like, get that down, I think you'll be vibing. Vibing. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. Nice. Ooh, I actually imported that. Okay. So, we have number 1. We have number... Oh, delete. We have number 1, which I think is going to go on the... it might go on the top. I don't even know. I assume this one's going on top. So let's just do it like that for now. Then we have... From the bottom up, we have this guy. We have the stars. We have... Nope. I need the spark. Nope. 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 Spark. Then we have this. Which hopefully frames up nicely. Kinda does. Then we have this. And that's where this will go. Then we have this. Then we have this. And that is what this is going to go on top of. Holy moly. That's a big shot. Nice. Is it a one-time buy or is it like a yearly subscription? Oh, no, I did that wrong. This. This gets set to screen. Copy this. Which I paste on that. But I want this to have more visibility. I also need this on that, and on that. I want this to just move over. Nice. That's dope. That sounds like a really good match, which you love to see. You love to see it. Okay. Then we need to take this. As I can't see. This. I can't see. Nice. Love that. And I'd never heard of Moho. It's cool to see. I love just like always learning like how many tools are truly out there. Love that. Okay, this one that's on top. I'll just turn this into a screen. Turn it down. Then I want to take this and create a crop mask. Set to 100 on a circle. Beautiful. It's actually probably fine. I'm going to expand it a tiny bit. And then we're going to feather it a lot. Oh, not an edge feather. Mask feather. There we go. Feather it a lot. Expand it a lot. Copy that. Paste it here. With destiny in our sights, we've got to fight. You must be on frame 0 for everything? What does that mean? Whoa. Justified our sin. We're gonna take you on a ride till we find answers within. Location not here. In shadows we all disappear. Hold on. Switch gears. We're gone as fast as we appear. Oh, weird. What a weird restriction. What would be the point of that, I wonder? Switch gears. Interesting. Yeah, that just seems like a sure. Certainly, there's some sort of like hardware or software like limitation reasoning for that. Just seems weird. Like, what would be the point of that restriction? But what do I even know?
Casey.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, as long as you know, make it work. I feel like there's definitely a way to rebind that to something else. At least in Maya, I can like bind any of my keybinds if I don't like them. Because I used to get wrist cramps because I'd have to do Shift P to unparent, which I don't like. Shift P was like so annoying. It like crunches my left of my wrist. So I rebound it to like to Shift Spacebar, I think. What's unparent? Yeah, Shift Spacebar is what I do to unparent. Yeah, because it would hurt my wrist. Certainly, there's got to be a way. Yeah, you can do it. You got it. All right, I'm gonna stop here and eat some lunch. I also have to redo a couple of these to get her jacket moving. Which I'll do after lunch. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Rip some lunch. I'm back. I don't know when I'll be streaming again, but I'm gonna put out a couple of official updates on both the YouTube and the Patreon and in the Discord to kind of let people know what's happening and that I am back at it. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how often I'll be around. I don't know what's going on, but I will be here. And episode 3 is almost done. Episode 3 is going to be on Patreon like next week. So, yeah, I'm glad you could make it, Mystic. Yeah, hopefully you guys will see more of me soon. And I will see you guys when episode 3 premieres, probably in December sometime. Bye-bye.